But you guys, today we're taking a look at this PC that can run everything. It is from Geekom and it is the A6 mini PC with the Ryzen 7 6800H processor. This is the best mini PC for under $600. This is exactly what you can expect to get inside the box. You've got a HDMI cable, a VESA mount, some screws, and also you're going to get your power brick and adapter there. You can see right here, barrel jack on the end there. Let's take a quick look at the specifications. 19 volts, 6.32 amps, 120 watts is what that actual adapter can push out. Not a brand I've heard of before, but it is a low power draw mini PC as you'd expect. Got a UK plug here, some user manual and warranty, and the actual mini PC itself. This is the mini PC right here. The size is 4.4 inches by 4.4 inches by 1.4 inches high. On the front, we have our power button, 3.5mm front stereo headphone jack, and two USB 3.2 Gen 2 type USB ports, with one that supports power delivery. On the side, we have SD card reader, and on this side, we just have some ventilation. Moving on to the back, we have that exhaust part at the very top, and we also have a power input on the left-hand side. We have two USB type A ports. One is a 3.2 Gen 2, and the other one is a USB 2.0. 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, two USB Type-C ports, 3.2 Gen 2 type, and also one of them supports power delivery, and two HDMI 2.0 ports supporting 4 monitors, 2 using the Type-C port and 2 using the HDMI port. That's 4 monitors supporting 4K display. Comes pre-installed with Windows 11 Pro. But if you're a Linux user, you can install Linux on it as well. On the bottom, we're going to remove these 4 rubber grommets to gain access to inside of the mini PC to take a look. The main construction, I think, is made of aluminium, but the bottom is made of plastic, and that's because of the Wi-Fi antennas to gain good signal through the bottom. So I'm just going to remove that, and you can see the Wi-Fi antenna cable right there, which is connected to the plastic bottom, which should give you decent Wi-Fi signal, with the internal Wi-Fi 6E support on this particular unit. We now need to remove the 4 screws that's holding this metal plate in. This also helps with heat dissipation. So we're just going to remove these right here and gain access to inside. This should just lift off now, and this will give us access to the internals of the mini PC itself. It's a little bit fiddly, so I'm just going to be careful pulling this off. And I think I might have just disconnected the Wi-Fi cable there, and I think I have. That's okay. You can quite easily just push that back on onto the Wi-Fi antenna. But you can see right here, we have a Lexar NVMe drive inside here. It's only a 512 gigabyte, but this can be upgraded. And we also have that memory installed on here, which is DDR5 memory. It's 16 gigabytes on this model, which is dual channel DDR5. Up to 64 gigs can be put into this little mini PC, which should be plenty. This is Hynix memory I can see here, SK Hynix, and we got a Lexar type of drive here as well. So the large drive is an M.2 2280 SSD NVMe x4 Gen 4, and we also have an M.2 2242 SATA slot there as well, which is also available if you wanted to populate that. There is your memory right there, Hynix, SK Hynix on there, which is pretty decent memory as well. Again, all this can be upgraded as well. And we have that powerful CPU in there, which is the Ryzen 7 6800. TDP on that one is 45 watts. So we've got plenty of processing power and memory in this device. The memory, of course, can be upgraded, and so can the storage and drives inside here. The graphics on this is AMD Radeon 680M graphics. Wi-Fi 6E and also Bluetooth 5.2 is available on here as well. But our CPU is pushing 8 cores and 16 threads at 16 megabytes of L3 cache. That's a base clock of 3.2 gigahertz and a maximum boost clock of 4.7 gigahertz. So plenty of processing power, and it's also 6 nanometers of processing technology for CPU cores, and Zen 3 Plus architecture at 35 watts TDP. PUBG you can expect around about 56 to 76 FPS. Dota 2 around about 60 to 80 FPS. And we also have Apex Legends, which is about 50 to 70 FPS on there as well, according to their website. And again, remember, this is obviously onboard graphics. So whether they're running that at 720p or 1080p, I don't know. So let's run some benchmarks on this, and also I'll test the thermals for you so you can see. I did extensive testing on this and I had no problems with overheating or thermal throttling, which is good to say. When I come down and take a look at the specifications right here, running Geekom A6, and you can see right here we're getting thermals of around about 75, 79.5, and this will go up and down, and it didn't cause any major problems. It's gone up to about 80 odd there, which you would expect because we're literally torturing the PC with a benchmark. And again, there was no thermal throttling throughout this testing as well, which is a good sign. But the scores were single core 1950 and the multi-core score was 9553, which is pretty impressive for a mini PC. So let's take a look at the GPU score here. OpenCL score was 27163, which is pretty nice as well for the GPU score. Let's move on to the actual crystal disk info. You can see there is the Lexar disk right there that we got in this machine. The reads for this was 4871.51 and the writes were 2517.81. Remember, you can replace and upgrade these drives if you wish, but let's run some tests there for Jellyfish 400 Mbps, 4K Ultra HD HEVC, a 10-bit file. Let's run this and see how well it runs and whether it runs smoothly or whether it's jerky. You can see here a little bit of stutter at the beginning, which is normal for starting up a file of this magnitude, but you can see silky smooth playback for all of your content that you want to stream or playback on this system. It can handle 4K, no problem at all. So pretty impressive. Let's do a quick 4K streaming test here to see how it fares for streaming. So I'm going to quickly stream this file right here on the internet, on YouTube, and you can see we're running true 4K stream right here, and it's having no problems whatsoever. Silky smooth playback, as you'd expect. A couple of drop frames at the very beginning, and then it stops, and that happens on every single system I test it on. So whether you're playing 4K movie files or whether you're streaming 4K files, it will work perfectly fine. No problem at all with this mini PC. It's got plenty of processing power for video editing and also for photo editing, if that's what you want to do with this mini PC. The 3D Mark score for Time Spy was 2530. That's the graphics score was 2247 and the CPU score was 8841. So that was the scores for 3D Mark, and overall a pretty decent score. We're going to try the graphics benchmark here as well with the 3D Mark graphics test for onboard graphics. And let's just go ahead and do that right here. Next, 24,327. And that is your overall score for the Night Raid score. Broken down, CPU score was 14,492 and the graphics score was 27,637. So pretty impressive for onboard graphics. So if you're not looking for anything that is, for an out-and-out gaming system, then this is going to be perfectly fine for your everyday use. It will do all things. It's a good all-round mini PC. And you've got that extra added bonus if you do want to play the odd game here, you can do with this particular system, even with that onboard graphics. The Cinebench R23 score, we have 12,166 points for the CPU multi-core score, and the single core score was 1,511 points, which is pretty decent as well. Go and test all of these with your aging 15-year-old computer and you'll see this mini PC absolutely creams it, and that's the thing. So if you wanted to play retro games or any of these particular types of games, you can do. Like I've said before, it's a good all-round PC. If you're looking to save space and remove that aging old computer, you can replace it with something like this. You can even mount it to the back of your monitor screen and save a load of space that way and give you something that is pretty powerful that will do probably everything you need it to do if you're not looking to spend a vast amounts of money. You can get this for $479 right now, which is pretty impressive considering the amount of specs you're getting for this mini PC. And people are obviously worried about reliability, but you do have a 3-year warranty on this mini PC as well. Now, Geekom is not some unknown manufacturer. They're founded in Taiwan in 2003, and they've been focusing on general computer products for many years. So it's a company you can trust, and you're getting that 3-year warranty. And also, people talk about reliability. But again, like I said before, they're not a company that's just popped up somewhere making mini PCs all of a sudden. They've been around for quite a while. Now, for full disclosure, Geekom did send me this product for review. No money has changed hands. All opinions are my own, and no one is reviewing this video before it's released. So you can take my word for it. They are pretty decent mini PCs. They're one of the best manufacturers on the market for mini PCs. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. I'll leave all the information in the video description. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Quick shout out to all my YouTube members. I really do appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the very next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.